let's get right into this review for Toy Story 5. Alright, so Toy Story 5 is directed by Andrew Stanton. I think this animation film needs no introductions. We get all of the iconic voice actors reprising these beloved characters once again, from Tim Allen to Tom Hanks. All of the familiar flares to the animation direction is ever so present with this latest film. Seeing a glimpse of the narrative from the previews made me think this would be another solid outing to keep the Toy Story franchise rolling in our modern day and age. Now that I've seen the film, what did I think about the cinematic package here? I thought this was a pretty solid time, with a creative enough direction for both old and new fans to find enjoyment in. To start with the positives, I really enjoyed the throwbacks and nostalgia hinted through the scene directions, the dialogues, and general ambiance of this entire package. There's a lot of momentum pushing the story forward in a new direction with the latest child we follow, Bonnie. A lot of my magical experience comes from the journey of following along with Andy, but seeing the entire cycle of these original toys getting older, more experienced, and still trying to help the younger generation is an emotional journey that touched home with me as I viewed this film. There's a stark reminder that time waits for no one at the core of this journey, and yet they offer tons of positive glimpses into the impacts these toys were able to make, even if their journey with each kid was temporary. So kudos to the story direction here. This by no means was close to the magical impact that Toy Story 1, 2, and 3 conjured up for me, but I can tell a lot of the younger generation will find pure joy with this film as they grow up, which is exactly what newer Toy Stories should cater towards in our modern digital world. To get into the other positives, again, the animation and voice acting here is top notch. Also, there's some fun and creative story segments to keep the ball rolling throughout the acts without me getting bored. Now, as for the negatives, the story is fairly predictable here. Some of the story arcs didn't hit home as much as I wanted it to, but then again, there were other incredible arcs to make up for it. Also, I was sad that not all of the original toys had their own moment in this film. Many of the side characters were sidelined this time around to focus more on Buzz, Woody, and Jessie in particular. Now, this choice wasn't bad at all, but I personally was a bit bummed out that the other toys had no real highlights or impacts made in this story. My final score for Toy Story 5 ends up being 8 out of 10. This was a really solid time at the theaters. Any Toy Story fans should definitely give this a go. This wasn't the worst outing, and I still found myself pleasantly surprised with the overall cinematic package. There's great nostalgia, a no-frills story, and enough momentum to keep the Toy Story magic rolling for the younger kids in our heavily digitized world. Thanks for checking this review out. I'll have more coming soon, so stay tuned for that. Like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and until my next upload, stay safe out there, and peace.